¿por qué manos pasó ese instrumento?
Sí.
Entonces, pues,
Creo que se una presentación me dijo, y dije, ay, pues sí, digo, no sé, sí, pues quiero para...
Sí la viste, ¿no? Antes de que la arreglaran.
No la arreglaron. Ya la arreglaron.
Nomás me falta ponerle las cuerdas.
Playing is one of the most important things to me, and not being able to play would be halfway into the tomb. I expect to be playing till the very end. But I find it invigorating in mariachi music. What makes it fresh and exciting is primarily the lyrics and or sometimes the rhythm. The lyrics touch on so many aspects of life, and I do my best to think what the lyrics mean, and as best I can, imagine myself in that situation. I think what happens in a lot of melodies by themselves can stand alone, but very often I'm thinking the lyrics as I play it, and people who know the song know exactly where it's going emotionally, but even the people who don't know the song pick up on the emotion I'm putting into it. I'm thinking particularly of a song called Es Demasiado Tarde by Ana Gabriel. It's a rather simple melody, but it's really enjoyable to play, and the lyrics are very strong. So I'm thinking the lyrics and putting myself into it. And I often play it at concerts, and people universally love hearing it. Want me to play a snippet? Gotta start over.
No tenía preparado unas palabras, pero no se crea. Para empezar, pues un honor con el maestro William, con mi querida amiga Adriana, que ya tenemos muchos años de conocernos, y a todos ustedes de estar aquí disfrutando, pues, de la música mexicana, de la música de mariachi, que de repente en la actualidad no está bien valorada, pero siempre hay personas que le pueden dar la importancia que de verdad, de lo que de verdad tiene. Entonces, por eso estamos nosotros, mis compañeros y yo,
There are events where, for any number of reasons, it is not clicking. Depending on what kind of group it is, sometimes our tastes are so different, I really can't lock into what they want that I can do. And in those cases, which fortunately are very rare, I find the best way to cut it short. The reception I get in general from both audiences is positive. However, I get more criticism here in the United States from Mexican Americans. Not all of them, by the way, but if I get more criticism there than I do in Mexico. There's a much broader acceptance in Mexico. They're kind of excited that a gringo would be interested in mariachi music and play it acceptably well.
Yeah. The way to go? Blanco's the way to go?
For me,
yeah.
Hay gustos y hay gustos.
Glad you like it. Hi,
Yeah.
do you want to try any of these? Can I try this one? Yeah.
I got interested in mariachi music in the early 70s. At the time, I had a Mexican girlfriend, and it was a very interesting combination because it was exciting, totally different, and it allowed me to travel some. It's not like they were clamoring for me to go to Mexico, but I could go to Mexico and listen to the music, and always found the musicians very receptive to sharing. And so I just put more and more of my energy into Mexican music, particularly mariachi. As soon as I started playing harp, I would run into harpists in Mexico and I would ask them questions. And my level of harp playing was very low, but they were always very good at sharing. So that was the atmosphere that I learned in sharing. And then I give formal lessons, but I always give it with that attitude that I was taught to share. And I also encourage my students to not only learn what they can from me, but if they get a chance to take a mariachi harp workshop from someone else, and you're going to mix it, and you're going to mix it with some things that you came up with, and come up with your own way of interpreting the song. Okay? Shall we, is that enough to work on Mañanitas?
Yeah.
Then that leaves us Relámpago. I am not in a time crunch if you're not. Want to work on Relámpago a little bit, or do you have to go?
Papa, do we have? Oh, yeah.
¿Tenemos chance?
Yeah.
Great. Back to the key of G. I have to retune. You just flip some levers, lucky you. The harp's original role did a number of things. It plays bass. It was the original bass instrument in the mariachi. It can play counter rhythms against the bass. It can play melody if you let it, if you give it a chance. It can do backup adornos, if you would, behind a singer, all depending on if the mariachi and the arrangements allow it to. In many cases, the modern mariachis are not used to the harp voice being there, and they don't give it a chance. It can have a much more active role if the other instruments will be sensitive to what the harp has always been able to do and has always done.
That's something. She was the crooner, and when I first joined, and I want to thank Bill just for the opportunity to play with my Mariachi Mixlan. Back in the day, I was a little kid trying to find my musical voice, and I owe a lot to all
we were a nice, a cooperative group.
But Gloria,
We all
Gloria and
learned
I
together.
would always
What age?
I still have Gloria's violin because she said to I loved her violin because I played second and she played third, so she always stood next to me.
Satisfied, are you?
I'm okay. You are.
Just by what you were saying, I know what the last half of this documentary is going to look like.
Okay. Now. Okay. So the only question I have in my mind is, I mean, I can wait till I see the latest rendition of the documentary, but I was really not pleased with the version of Es demasiado tarde that was playing. There were too many mistakes in it. And I would suggest either using it, it's on my CD, or having me today or some other day re-record it live if you want to use that. That's my 2 cents on it. You can mull that over, see what you think. Yeah, and if you want to do more in the future, let me know. If there's something we missing or we should redo or something special comes up. Thanks. Oh God, I don't know. I lost all track of. Oh shoot. Huh?